What's going on, traders? Welcome to another weekly Forex forecast. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're watching this week and where you think the markets are headed. We're going to break it down in this video, so stay tuned and hit that subscribe button if you want to learn more about supply and demand trading. Alright, taking a look at the US dollar call reports, it shows that the banks added only 350 longs and about 250 short positions as well. Looking at the daily time frame here, we are stuck between supply up here and demand. Currently, we are reacting off of this demand zone down here that we see, so that's why we're seeing this small reaction in the US dollar, but I would not be surprised to see this thing turn around and push to the downside. For now, I kind of just probably stay away from shorting the US dollar. If anything, wait for this demand to be removed first. Then you can look to get in short positions. But yeah, I would still wait for this daily area of demand to be broken before making any. All right, on to Euro USD. The past week, the banks added 3,700 longs and got rid of 370 short positions. So it's kind of telling that they're still adding to their longs. As you can see, this daily uptrend is still holding. We had kind of a little test of this trend line here, but overall it didn't hold. Or sorry, the break didn't hold. The trend line still did hold. I'm still looking to get in long here to add to my long positions. What I want to see happen is wait for a new high to be made and look for the zone that made that new high. If you come down to the 4-hour chart right here, it's pretty clear that we have been kind of just ranging in this area. So what I'm waiting for exactly is for price to break to the upside like that, and then I can start to get in long again because this daily trend line is holding very nicely. As you can see, this was kind of just a fake out here. Pretty obvious, just fake out, trapped retail traders that were probably buying this trend line. Probably trapped retail traders shorting there too. Probably like the short of this support down here like that. Anyways, but yeah, I would definitely wait for kind of a new high to be made up here before going long. And if you're interested, check out the Patreon. You get my chart analysis and all that for only $5 CAD per month. And I would wait till the start of a new month because Patreon charges you at the beginning of every month. So if you sign up today, then you're gonna get charged again in a couple days at the start of June. So I'd keep that in mind. But thanks for checking out, and I hope to see you there. All right, looking at the Aussie dollar, AUDUSD. The past week, the banks got rid of 2,700 longs and added 1,000 short positions, which is kind of weird, I guess. As you can see, I've been staying away from the Aussie dollar. It's just completely ranging right here. If you just zoom out a little bit, it's pretty clear that the banks are up to something in this area. They're either going to, push it to the upside and break above. They're accumulating some sort of position here that we don't know. In my opinion, it seems like they're going to push price to the long side. But for now, I would definitely wait. This is just not a pair that I'm interested in trading. I'm going to have to see, big move up and then get that continuation to the upside. Because right now, I just do not want to be trading in this range. So in my opinion, I would just stay away from the Aussie dollar. There's almost nothing. Even on the 4-hour chart, we do have a downtrend kind of. But overall, just all looks so choppy and sideways. If you're like a buy high, sell low kind of guy, I guess it's been working out, but that's just not me. So for now on the Aussie dollar, I'm just kind of waiting. I just don't see any opportunities. All right, looking at the British pound, GBPUSD. The past week, the banks added about 1,200 longs and got rid of about 5,000 short positions as well. As you can see, we are kind of on an uptrend here. This high has still not been broken here, so if anything, you could maybe make a line like that right across and wait to see this break above. It'll probably be kind of choppy above there like that, I imagine, but in the meantime on the pound I don't see anything either. So maybe go down to a 4-hour, but even looking at the 4-hour, this is all sideways. So you either want to wait for that price to break down, or you just want to wait for this range to be broken. And right now, a lot of the pairs are just ranging on the lower time frames and even the higher time frames. So for now, I don't see really any quality supply or demand zones, even on the 4-hour chart. So definitely just wait for that explosive move to the upside, which I think is going to happen. Then we can start to go down to a 1-hour, 15-minute time frame, and really start to pinpoint our entry. But for now, like I said, just wait. This is just not a good looking chart. On the daily time frame, we're up at the highs, so I think retail traders are probably starting to short up here. So in my opinion, getting in long now wouldn't be a super bad idea, but it's like, where do you put your stop? Underneath here, there's not really any structure. In my opinion, your stop would have to go all the way down here, which is just not a great risk to reward. So for now, like I said, just wait. Being patient is a huge part of trading, so I hope you guys can be patient and wait for that explosive move to the upside. All right, on to USDJPY. The past week, the banks got rid of 1,500 longs and 800 short positions. Looking at this daily chart, it's still just really sideways, kind of an interesting chart. If you go to that 4-hour time frame, you kind of broke out of this range that we were kind of in right here. So we actually do have some sort of 4-hour demand right here. It's actually a decent little zone. In my opinion, I don't know if I would take it just based on the higher time frames. It's like, what the heck's going on here? It's just kind of going sideways, and I don't expect the US dollar to continue to the upside, so that's one thing to consider. So if price does come down to here, you could switch down to a 15-minute time frame and then look for confirmation in that area with the shift in momentum. But for now, for me, I'm kind of just waiting. Price does seem like it wants to get up to this daily supply zone up here like this. So I might actually look for confirmation to the short side up here. So I'll basically go down to either a 1-hour or a 4-hour chart and look for a shift in momentum in this red box daily supply up here. Even though it's not the greatest supply zone, I still think it could hold and see a reaction off of it. And I'll also have to look at retail sentiment to see what the retail traders are up to. Hopefully they'll be buying as prices up here, which will give me more confluence that price will go down to the downside. So that's kind of my plan for USDJPY. All right, on to USDCAD. The past week, the banks added 3,400 longs and about 2,100 short positions on this pair. As you can see, we still have a daily downtrend. 4-hour is in this range, though, as I'm going to mark out right now. We are ranging here, so I don't want to trade in that, but as soon as price breaks that downside, this is a pair that is definitely on my watch list to look to get in short. So I'm going to wait for this range to be broken, and I think it will be broken to the upside. I highly doubt that we'll see a reaction like that. So I'll definitely be on the 4-hour chart, waiting, watching, waiting for these lows to be removed. And if you think about it, in my opinion, retail traders are probably going to be, buying down here because, support resistance and all that crap, right? Well, in my opinion, it's probably not going to work out. So what I'd rather do is wait for this range to be broken and then look to get in short. So I'm not just going to place a stop limit order here, get in short, because we're probably going to see a bunch of wishy-washy action like that. So I'm just going to try to find, a quality supply zone to place an order at and then ride it to the downside. That's my plan on USDCAD. This is definitely one of the pairs that I will be watching this week. All right, on to USDCHF, the Swiss franc. The past week, the banks got rid of about 2,000 longs and added 1,000 shorts, which is good for us and my bearish bias on the US dollar. We did have daily supply that I've been talking about that was removed down here, but we are in a daily downtrend. I'm not looking to get in short just yet. It's kind of very similar to everything. If you've noticed, if you've been watching this whole video from the start, I appreciate you watching. Make sure to leave a thumbs up. But if you've been watching, you've noticed that a lot of these pairs are just ranging right now, and I want to wait for that downtrend to continue to the downside. Then I can get in short, kind of like here, right? We had this downtrend here, price is not ranging, and we had a beautiful supply zone right here that worked very nicely that you could have taken. Kind of a weird looking one. It would have been kind of a difficult one to take, but that's kind of my point. Even down here, we had this push down, and there was a supply zone right here. Price barely just missed it though, which is pretty unfortunate. Then even here we have a supply zone that was contacted again, hit. But right now it's just a little difficult. If you look here, I want to definitely see a new low being made to get in short, especially since the US dollar DXY US dollar index is in supply and is in demand right now, so it's kind of sketchy a little bit, but ultimately, I'm definitely looking to add to short positions on USD Swiss. All right, on to gold, XAUUSD. The past week, the banks got rid of 2,000 longs, but they got rid of 17,000 shorts. So their overall shortage percentage actually went up 4%. So that's good for us. We do have this daily uptrend, so buys, in my opinion, are fine. This target was actually hit, so we can make a new target, somewhere up here about like 1980. I would definitely be careful of this daily supply zone right here. That's well, as you can see, I talked about it last week. Go watch the last week's video. I said we're probably going to see a reaction off this zone. That's why we're seeing this react. And then we do kind of have some supply up here that's not as good, in my opinion. So on gold, what I'm waiting for is for this supply to be removed. Then I'm going to get in long. And how I'll do that is either go to a 4-hour chart, find something to look at. As you can see right here, this demand zone worked beautifully right here. Nice continuation pattern like that. You'd already be in profit, almost 2-to-1 right now, actually. So that would have been a nice entry, but I just didn't want to take it because daily supply was in control, but it technically would have been valid. So yeah, I would just wait. I think it's just safer to see the zone that removes this. Hopefully we can get a very nice looking demand zone like right here like that. We can get a nice explosive move like this come next week, and then we can buy this to the downside like that and ride it up. That's kind of what I think is going to happen. So gold is definitely on my watch list this week. All right, on to crude oil. The past week, the banks added 13,000 longs and added basically the same amount of short positions as well. So in my opinion, they're just taking profits here or something like that. I really don't know. On oil, I'm really not too sure what's going on. We're just kind of in this range. Don't like it. Don't like the chart. I had a guy message me, ask me where to buy oil, and I said I really don't. I have no idea. There's just not any buying opportunities in my opinion. So on oil, what you could do, similar to some of the other pairs I showed you, is just mark this high, wait for that to be removed, wait for all the wishy-washy breakout traders to get stopped out and lose, and then buy the pullback to the upside if that's what happens. That's what I'm going to be doing. So I'm actually going to create an alert up here like that. So now I will be alerted. If I'm out and about, I'll get an alert, and then I'll know that oil broke the high. Then I can start to, pinpoint supply and demand zones up here to, get into the short side. Just need to wait to see what the chart is looking like. All right, everyone. Thanks again for watching this week's Forex forecast. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well, if you don't mind. I really appreciate all the support. Let me know in the comments down below what pairs you're looking at this week, and maybe we can get in touch and you can send me a chart and let me know what you're looking at. I always like looking at charts. So with that being said, let's have a great trading week and let's make some money. Cheers.